Hello everyone, welcome back. So in the previous video, I started showing how to use Android accessibility scanner app, and then I could not mirror it on the screen, and then I realized it's because this Android Studio, sorry, the AirDroid that I'm using uses the same service on the device, and somehow it was not happy with doing both. Okay. Anyway, so this is a new fresh video, and we'll see how much we can do. If and when required, I can just show you the device here, right? So yeah, settings, accessibility, and installed services. Android scanner will be off by default, but yeah, turn it on, and then it asks for a bunch of permissions. And yeah, there we lose our screen mirroring. So let me go and close it for now. Okay. All right. So what happens now? What does accessibility scanner do? It says accessibility scanner scans your current screen and provides suggestions to improve the accessibility of your app based on the following: content labels, touch target size, clickable items, and text and image contrast. All right. So these are the things it can tell you about. It also gives a disclaimer: accessibility scanner isn't a replacement for manual testing and doesn't guarantee an app's accessibility. So this is more like a legal disclaimer, like Google doesn't want to say that if you use this, then your app is accessible or anything like that. Anyway, what I'll do here is go to the home screen, and once I have enabled accessibility scanner, I see this blue tick somewhere on the screen, and I can actually move it around. Okay, yeah. So let me open an app. Let's go back to the clock app and the timer, right? So remember in the previous video, oops, it's too bright and you can't see the numbers, maybe at this angle slightly, but yeah, we use the timer. Now I am on the same app, and I'm going to click this check button. It asks again for permissions, and okay, now it starts. So now what it's saying is I should interact with this app, and whatever the interaction I make, it will give me a report at the end. So I'm scrolling on the minutes from 5. This is not right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm clicking. So when I click, let's go back here. So you see the blue tick. I click on that. It expands to this record and snapshot. I want to record whatever I'm doing. So then it tells me about the recording thing. Scanner will capture and analyze UI, blah, blah, blah. I want to say start now. Yeah. And then it took a photo of this, and now it will start. So the timer, I want to scroll it down to say 10 minutes. All right. And here it says shows 10. And I'm going to press the start button. Okay, so the timer has started. Then I will go to the word clock. Last time we added San Francisco. Now I am trying to remove it. Okay, so I selected it, and I am clicking the delete button. Okay. So this is how I use the app just now. Let me also go and add another city. Okay. Where are we? Let's go to the US once again, and let's say Chicago. Okay. So every time I make an action, it's taking the snap of that, and it will include it in its report later. And okay, I added Chicago. So I'm done with it. I closed it. And since I'm not able to mirror it, I won't show this report right now. I'll go and open our units app and then show you both reports. Okay. So yeah. I have the clock report here when I click on the stop button of that recorder. Now I go back to the Units app, do what we had, again, the checkbox, not checkbox, the check button, sorry, record button, start now, and it has started. All right. So now here, I'm going to interact with it. Again, sorry, I cannot show you the screen live, sort of, but let's say it's on Celsius to Fahrenheit. I'm playing with the switch, back to Celsius to Fahrenheit, and input value is, let's say 100 Celsius. Okay. And then I click the convert button and it shows 212. Okay. Good for me for now. And I will want to stop it. So I take the focus out of this app, click the home button, and now I see the record, the stop kind of a button, right? So I click it and I'm done. And now I have a report for the units as well. Okay. So now let me quickly try doing this. Let me connect my screen again. And we'll go to the reports. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So where do you see the reports? When you installed it, you will see this scanner. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you are seeing the screen. Let me check that. Okay. Yeah, I hope you can see this. Yeah. So, wait, home screen, then find where you have the scanner app, click on it, and you'll see these things. So, obviously I played a lot with it. The top two are the most recent ones. So let's look at clock. Well, in fact, first of all, it said there are 122 suggestions. So the default clock app has that much potential requirement for accessibility. I'm not saying all of those are bad, but the accessibility scanner says you need to fix, or you may want to take a look at these things. Okay, so let's see. On various screens, okay, just by looking at it, you can see that most of the suggestions are about lack of contrast. And in this case, these 99 here and 01 here, 28 and 30, 59 and 01, the dimmed buttons are in a way okay, because those are not the ones we are focusing on, right? But maybe not this, maybe not the last timer of 10 minutes that we had started. You can click on each one of these, and then it will show you the detailed analysis here. So here it says text contrast, and the current contrast was 1.20 to 1, and suggested was 4.50 because it's not bold or the size is low, etc. Okay. Yeah. For now, we'll skip all these, all of these, and go to here. What's the problem here? Item type label. So it says the content description here may have unnecessary text like not selected, preset timer, 10 minutes, etc. Okay, so that's a good input, to be honest. Start button. What's the problem here? Well, the text contrast here is also not that great, apparently. I would not have caught this, right? It was not visible to me that it's a bad contrast. And well, to be honest, it's pretty close. It's 4.47 to 1 instead of 4.50 to 1, but still a good input. Okay, and so on. So let's look at some other screen. So after it was started, now I think I can guess that the pause button color contrast is very low. I'm not very low, but fairly low. 3.49 against 4.5 required. Okay. This is again something one could have guessed manually. The text contrast is small, and I think I think the size is also, clickable size is also very small, but it's not talking about that for some reason. Or maybe it is not as per its parameters. Okay, and let's see here. Yeah, these are all clickable buttons, which I'm sure it will say are small. Touch target is very small here. The items width is 32 dips. It should be 48 or larger, right? So your accessibility scanner is able to capture such things. Now let's go back to units. What is the report on that? The input value here, it says, is it has low text contrast. Okay, it's 2.68 to 1 instead of 4.50 to 1. So how do we fix this? I'm going to show you in a second. What else? What is the thing here? It's the same suggestion, right? Okay, and no suggestions on this screen because once we entered the text 100 Celsius, the color contrast was fine. All right. So yeah, this is how you will run accessibility scanner on your app. And again, the assignment requires you to do this, find the problem and fix it. This is the giveaway answer. The problem you'll find is most likely going to the same one that we saw here. Okay. And this is how you will fix it. There is actually another way where you see the input about the bad behavior of the code. So on the XML, you have XML lint. Lint is basically a bunch of warnings that a code scanner gives you, and you see those here. So here it says the touch target size for the input box is small. It's 45 bits and it should be 48. Some of these can be fixed right here. Like you click the fix button and it should do it. Right, let's go back to the code and see if it fixed it. Yeah, min height was 48. So this is good. This is good. Okay. But there is a funny thing here. In the insufficient text color contrast ratio, if you click on the fix button, it sets the Android hint text color to a better value, hex value 75, 75, 75. But when you go there, you get a different warning which says, there is no attribute called Android hint text color. And the thing is, this is a bug on Android Studio's part. The thing is, the attribute's name is text color hint. That's the only change you should make. Once you do that, the warning goes away. And now if you run it and run the Android, accessibility scanner, this error or the suggestion by the scanner also goes away. Okay. I won't run it again here because we have that mirroring problem, but that's a small step for you to do. So I'll leave it for you as an exercise. Another thing is about the content description though. So this convert button did not have a content description, if you remember. So how can you add that? Android colon content description is, you can just say string convert. Don't say convert button, it will be redundant as we said. Okay. Anyway, so you can run it with this, but you can also, all the attributes in XML can be handled in your Java live code as well. So here is a piece of the timer. So here is a piece of code that you can use to dynamically change the description of the button to give more meaningful message. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm capturing the switch C2F and setting it on click listener. Then if the switch is clicked, that is, if it checked, that is, if so, what it means is if you want to do the F to C conversion, then the button should read convert the given Fahrenheit value to Celsius, and then TalkBack will add double tap to activate. Otherwise, when it's in the default position, say that convert the given Celsius value to Fahrenheit, and again TalkBack will add double tap to activate. Okay, so these are the first steps of accessibility that I introduced you to, and we'll practice these for the next week at least, and then we'll go to more advanced techniques. All right. Thank you guys. We'll stop with this discussion here and continue learning more of these further. Thank you very much.